Welcome to Home Biz Tax Talk. My name is Lysandra Everett. I am the Home Biz Tax Lady, where I help home business owners win the tax game. Home Biz Tax Talk airs Monday through Friday, 9 o'clock-ish. And when you tune into my show, you're going to be hearing about topics that are important to the home business community. And today we are talking about cash flow management. In a previous broadcast, I talked about a 5-point business checkup. What are the things that you need to be looking at in your business? Okay. And one of those things was cash flow. And I got a lot of people asking about, okay, what exactly is cash flow, right? So I want to talk about that today, because cash flow is one of the main reasons why businesses wind up going out of business. Okay. So we're going to talk about that today. So what is cash flow? Cash flow is how your money comes in and goes out of your business. If you think about a river flowing, how it's coming from somewhere and going somewhere else, the same applies to cash flow. You have income coming in and you have expenses going out. So your rate of cash flow management is crucial to your business success. So for cash flow, you can be in positive cash flow or negative cash flow. So positive cash flow is that you have more money coming in than you have going out. Okay. So if you've got more money coming in and you have low expenses, then you're going to be in positive cash flow. On the reverse of that, you have negative cash flow, which means that you have very little money coming in and you have more money going out. Now, when most businesses get started, you're in a negative cash flow state because you are investing in your business and you don't have any income yet. And generally, every business starts out in the negative cash flow, okay? Because again, you've got to, whether you are paying for, some type of startup expenses, if you're in the network marketing industry, if you're investing in inventory, if you are, even if you're online, if you're building a blog, if you are, getting hosting and autoresponders and all of that creates a negative cash flow because you are investing, you're spending before you have any income. So when you get started in business, you're going to have a negative cash flow, but your job is to get in the positive as quickly as possible. So then the question becomes, the management piece. Okay. And this is where, as business owners, we screw this up. Okay. Because what we do, and especially in these online streets, is we see a product that comes on the market. We want it right now. We look at our bank account and we say, "Ooh, I've got the money to pay for that." And we go and buy this product. Okay. So then, but it's without thought about what's coming next. Right? So you might spend that $300 now, not thinking about in 2 weeks, you got a $300 bill to pay. And now you don't have this $300 money because you went and spent it on something else. Okay. So we have to learn to look at how our income is actually coming into our business. Okay. So just as an example, and I'll use me as an example. So if you don't know, I'm also an affiliate marketer. Okay. I made $1,000 commission. Everybody's like, woo, $1,000. Yes. Okay. But I earned that $1,000, but it took me 45 days to get said $1,000. Okay. So that is a cash flow management issue. So you've got to think about how often are you getting paid as it relates to your expenses going out. So earning $1,000 is fantastic, but what are you going to do from the time you earn that money until the time, until you actually receive it? So this is how you have to really look at your expenses, look at your income, and understand how your income is actually, making it to your bank account and how it needs to leave your bank account. Okay. That's why it takes some planning issues. So if you get paid weekly, if you get paid every 2 weeks, some people get paid daily, all of that stuff is great. You've got to know how your money is landing in your bank account. Okay. Now your expenses that's another thing. You've got to think about what your expenses are when you've got to pay your expenses. Now, every business is going to have some monthly expenses, okay? And I just named a few for online marketers. You've got your autoresponder is a monthly, just about everything right now is a monthly expense, okay, of what you're paying for in your business. Even in the network marketing industry, you might have a monthly access fee. You might have a monthly auto ship. You got monthly expenses in your business, period. Okay. So then you've got to think about when your money arrives and, when your money is going out, what do you need to pay for? Okay. You got to know how much money it takes to run your business per month. And some things you pay for annually, like the lead generation thing I use. Like I use Lead Pages. Let me just stop trying to not say stuff, okay? I use Lead Pages, but I buy Lead Pages annually. So every year in March, I pay Lead Pages for their annual fee. So I got a plan for that, knowing that, okay, in March, I got this $300 that's coming out. All right. And so that's what you have to know about your business, knowing how much does it cost per month to run your business and making sure you are setting aside the money to pay that, even if you're setting it aside early. Right. So for me to pay $300 Lead Pages, what is that? About 15. Wait a minute. Yeah, I ain't that sharp right now. Hold on. Cause shut up. All right. So $300 divided by 12 is $25 a month. Okay. So I need to be setting aside $25 a month so that when the time comes to be able to write this Lead Pages check or, hit that debit card or whatever, that I have the money to do that. And so what brings businesses completely under is not having that cash flow management. It is not really planning and preparing based on when your income arrives. You've got advertising costs. You've got all sorts of different costs that that you need to budget in your business. I wish my friend Delshawn was here because she would tell you budget is not a bad word. But if you go and you just randomly spend based on your emotion, you're going to run out of money before you get more money. And that is what puts businesses out of business. When you go and overspend before you even get the money. And then you get to a point where you can't overspend anymore. So it's understanding, okay, so here are the things that you need to know. You need to know what you get paid. You need to know how often you get paid. And sometimes in a traditional business like myself, you got people that take their time paying you. Okay? So you have to know and you have to plan for that. You have to plan for a certain percentage of your customers not paying you on time. All right. So you got to know how much you're getting, when you're getting it, and how often. Okay. The frequency of how much you're getting paid, how you're getting new customers, all of that stuff, and your expenses. You need to know when those expenses are going out, how much, and if you're getting your return on investment for those expenses, right? If you're online, you're going to have an autoresponder. But are you emailing your list to get a return on that investment? You might need a VA. Like I have a VA, but if I don't get a return on her expense, then I have to let her go. So she has to be a valuable asset to my team that helps me generate income, helps me generate leads and sales and all of that, or else she's no longer going to have a job because I will not be able to afford to pay her. All right. So you really have to study your business. This is what CEOs do. Okay. This is what finance officers do. They look at how the money is really working in your business so that you know if you're actually operating in profit. Now, operating in profit is not the same as having, good cash flow, because see, you can have this $1,000 in sales and you can have, $200 in expenses. That's $800 in profit overall. But what have you lost in between? Does that make sense? I really hope this is making sense to you guys. So it doesn't matter the business that you're in. You need to know what you're investing, what you're earning on average, right? You have to average this stuff out. And you have to know the peaks and valleys in your business. You need to know when it's your high income season. You have to know when it's your low income season. And when you're in that high point, you need to be able to balance that income out over time so that you don't run out of money before you get your next income, injection, right? Before you get that next shot of income, you need to be able to manage what you have until that arrives. Again, Q4 is upon us. So everybody in the retail industry needs to be on point. Why? Because this is the money spendingest time of the year. Q4 is the money spendingest time of the year in the United States of America. There's back to school stuff up already, all those school supplies and whatnot that's already up. All right. And then we'll be going into the holiday season. We'll be going into, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. That Q4 is when people spend the most money. So the retail industry, this is the time for you to boss out. Okay. And then Q1 is for the health and wellness industry, because during the holidays, everybody that got their life, ate everything they wanted to eat in sight. And now all of a sudden we need to go work out and lose weight. Okay. So health and wellness, your boss out time may be Q1, right? Because that's when everybody wants to go to the gym. We want to get this holiday weight off. We want to, suddenly everybody's turning over a new leaf. We want to eat healthy. We want to lose weight. We want to be fabulous. We want to be a size 2 and no. Okay. So that's your boss out time for health and wellness. So you have to understand the cycles in your business. And so for me, as a tax professional, my boss out time is between February and April. Okay, because that's when everybody is getting their taxes done. And so I have to prepare for that. And then there are other seasons that come along as well. And so you as a business owner have to make intelligent decisions about how you spend your money so you don't run out before your next boss out time, your next peak season. Okay. So guys, I hope that's a quick and dirty on cash flow management and what you need to be looking at for your business so that you can stay in business and not suddenly have no money to operate. We got to have some operating income. Okay. This is what budgeting is all about. This is the time that you look back over your numbers for the past, go back a year. Go back, look at your bank statements, look at all of this stuff and look at how much money you have spent in your business to say, okay, I've spent, $5,000 in advertising. If you spent $5,000 in advertising over the last year, have you gotten a return on that advertising? If you have, okay, great. Do you have enough money to spend another $5,000 over the next 12 months? And then you budget that out. This is operating like a boss and not just, some side hustle. This is how you make intelligent decisions about growing your business and growing a solid foundation and just not be broke. That's what this ultimately is so we don't be operating non-profit businesses and we just broke. All right. So I hope this helps you out, gives you some food for thought to help you manage your business. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you need to book a consult, you can do so at www.homebiztaxchat.com. I offer a 15-minute free consult. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning into Home Biz Tax Talk. Again, we air Monday through Friday, 9:00-ish, and you can come here to get your questions answered about your home business taxes. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.